So we've got it all hooked up, we've put a DVD in, and we're not getting a picture. Maybe we're not even getting sound. What are we supposed to do? This is so frustrating. We've done everything right, but it's not working. Tell me, where do we start?
Even the most experienced enthusiasts, no, especially the knowledgeable, often overlook the simplest solutions. Check the power and check that the video cables are connected snugly and didn't come loose when you were moving your equipment into place. Press the power button. Is the power light on? Is the display on? If not, check the plug. It could have come loose or fallen out. Is the light on your surge protector on? Is it plugged in?
All right, we have power, but still no picture.
Okay, is your TV on the right input? Press the button on your remote to change it. It could be labeled Source, Input, TV, Video. You'll want to press it repeatedly until you get the input where your component is connected. Hopefully you made a note of your connections when you hooked up your system.
It's connected to HDMI 1. This TV sure has a lot of inputs.
Here's a tip. Press play on your DVD or VCR. Now go through the inputs again. That way you'll know you've found it when you see the picture. And you might want to make a note of what input you found it on.
Power's on, it's the right input. Hey, there it is. Okay, so what about sound? What if you aren't getting sound from your receiver? Okay, wait. I'm gonna guess. First, check the power.
Absolutely. For sound, a very common problem is that two speaker wires, the positive and negative, are touching and shorting out, or causing the receiver to shut down. I know of a case where someone had old speakers and that caused a short and the receiver shut down.
I bet using speaker connectors instead of a bare wire would prevent that problem. You also have to be careful that the negative wire is connected to the negative and the positive to the positive, both at the receiver and the speaker connections.
Right. If not, the speakers will be out of phase too. Now, there are 3 possible solutions when you aren't getting sound. Again, they may seem obvious, but it's common to assume and just forget to check. The first is turn up the volume.
Just that little knob.
That's right. Second is that the receiver might be muted. Perhaps you accidentally pressed the mute button. Third, if you're listening through your TV, see that the secondary audio program or SAP button hasn't been pushed on your remote control. You may be hearing a foreign language or you may be hearing nothing. Press the MTS SAP button and be sure that the SAP is not on.
Could it be anything else?
Well, a less obvious answer is that many receivers have more than one set of speakers, an A and a B set. It could be that the wrong speakers have been turned on and you don't have another set of speakers, or simply that no speaker buttons are on.
Tried all that. The receiver is on the DVD input, still no sound.
Well, if your receiver has labeled the digital connections for the DVD or DBS, that's your satellite or cable, be sure that you have connected the device to that labeled input. Some receivers don't have digital inputs for each device. Instead, the digital inputs are labeled optical 1 or optical 2 or coaxial 1, etc. When you connect to these digital audio connections, you must assign them to a component. That is, you must tell the AV receiver which device is connected to each input. It's usually in a setup menu on the receiver. Check your manual for instructions.
Okay, my DVD is connected to optical 1. I'll need to tell my receiver. It's still not working. Okay, what do you do next?
I check the troubleshooting section of the manual. Or if not that, I'll check out the website for FAQs on their support page.
So, Barb, are there any other reasons that we're not getting a picture or sound? What if we've checked the power and the connections and they're right, and it's on the right input, the volume's up, the speakers are on?
Well, let's say it's not a new TV and someone else set it up.
Okay.
They could choose to skip some of the inputs that they aren't using. So when you push the remote button, it goes video 1, video 2, video 4.
Wait. Where's video 3?
Well, that's what they did. They skipped it. Check the manual so that you can change it back so that you get all of your inputs and you can cycle through them. Also, on the first TVs that had HDMI inputs, you had to go into your menu and activate those inputs. Again, check your manual. It can be your friend.
All right, couldn't it be the component?
Of course. If you have an up-converting DVD player that you connect with an HDMI cable, sometimes first you have to connect it with a composite video cable.
That's the yellow one. That's
right. Then you go into the DVD player's setup or video submenu and tell it to use the HDMI connection. Then you pick the resolution of your TV, 720p, 1080i, 1080p. Once you've set it up, remove the composite cable.
Is it common to have to set up the outputs of a DVD player?
Yeah, sometimes it is. I mean, high-definition DVD players and HD TVs often need to be set up so that the best resolution picture can be sent from the high-definition DVD and received by the TV. There's only one way to know for sure.
Let me guess. check the owner's manual. All right, I suppose it's okay to ask directions once in a while. Any other ideas?
Well, older HD TVs may require that you activate or turn on the HDMI input. HD TVs with newer HDMI connections will automatically detect the signal and even know what kind of device is connected to it.
Some people have been confused about HDMI. Are there really problems?
No, there aren't problems, just misunderstandings. Some of the earlier HDMI components can have handshake issues. That is, it can't send the signal through the AV receiver or switcher because of copyright protection. It's usually caused by the component that's sending the signal and occasionally by the AV receiver or switcher. By the way, if you're using a quality HDMI cable that is certified for full 1080p HD, it's almost never a problem with the cable. The solution is to try connecting the HDMI cable directly to the TV. If that works, then
You'll probably want to leave it that way, and you'll want to connect digital audio cables to your AV receiver.
also, we live in a very advanced digital age. Today's components have processors, mini computers that can get a software upgrade just like your home computer. You can get it through the Ethernet connection and the internet, or you can call the manufacturer's helpline and they'll send you an upgrade DVD. This is actually common, so don't be afraid to call if you've tried other solutions and it's not working the way you expected. You know, that happened to me recently because my receiver is a couple years old. The helpline knew right away and talked me through connecting to the internet to get the upgrade.
Sometimes the color in the picture is all green or another color.
If your device is connected with component video cables and the color is all one color, one of your cables may not be connected snugly, or you may not have it matched to the color of the cable to the color of the input or output. Check both ends of the cable.
Wow, everything's working now. Thank you so much, Barb. You have been a great help.